Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whenever whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy. श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. When we have got a right kind of instruments, then we can achieve success very fast and easily in our life. If we do not have proper instruments, then we struggle and get frustrated. Exactly this is our story. We are all living with the instrument called mind. And this mind is not at all taken care of by us. Therefore, the first thing to know ourselves, to discover the self, is we have to start working on our mind. Working on our mind is of two types. When we are dealing with the world, that time how the mind should operate, and when we are dealing with our own mind by the mind, that time how it should operate. So the first part is brought out in Bhagavad Gita up to the 6th chapter. So in the first 6th chapter, this is the basic thing which is told. See, when we are leading our life, we are leading as somebody. If you are leading your life as nobody, no problem. So if we are living as somebody, then we have to complete our obligations. Now how do we complete our obligations? Here there are techniques given. This verse I had told earlier also in some other context. This particular shloka from Bhagavad Gita is most beautiful and the simplest. There the teacher says, what is to be focused upon in our day-to-day life? That the interactions with the world should not create impressions on our mind. See, if impressions are created, then those impressions start becoming deeper and deeper. See? Now take an example for understanding this. Right from childhood, we have seen somebody likes something, somebody doesn't like something. Now what is the logic? That child, hardly maybe 1 year or 2 years, but I don't like milk, I want coffee. Now where from this liking and disliking has come? See? And this liking and disliking, we respect and support. And this is what we call affluence and prosperity. See friends, So the first thing in life, when we are interacting with the world, under whose influence we are interacting with the world? Are we interacting with the world under the influence of personal likes and dislikes? Or we are interacting with the world under the influence of wisdom? What is wisdom? Right and wrong. So likes and dislikes on one side and right and wrong on other side. Now who is overpowering us? See? Now you see, what I like may not be good for me. And what is good for me, I may not like. Example, getting up early in the morning is difficult. See? So, beginning our day early in the morning is good for us. And what we like, but what will I do getting up early in the morning? Then why waste time? Sleep again. See, friends, therefore, once this habit becomes that we keep on sleeping very late, and then that becomes our second nature. And as a result, our essential nature is covered. Now, why the scriptures tell us that you begin your day early in the morning? What do the scriptures get by this thing? Be attentive. I heard this thing from one Mahatma when I was in Badrinath many years before. That time I was very young, maybe in my 20s. So, I used to stay with one Mahatma. He is no more now. And he was very strict. He had his big ashram. And he will allow anybody to stay only for 2 days or 3 days, not more than that, by rule. But I stayed with him for 2-3 months. So he used to allow, sorry, you stay, I like you. Very good. And in the morning, I used to go and sit with him for meditation. One day, he asked me this question. Swamiji, you get up early morning, start your day, prayers, meditation, whatever you do. Why? I said, I do not know, but I like it, so I do it. If I am too much exhausted, tired physically, then I don't get up. But when I am okay, I start early morning. Do you know why this is important? I said, I don't know, you tell me. He was a great yogi. He said, in the morning time, all the Siddha Mahatmas, in their unmanifest form, they are moving in this world. And wherever they come across some seekers of truth, struggling and spending their time and energy on this path, to them they guide. See? Therefore, our scriptures tell, if we start our day early morning, and first thing is finish your morning things and then spend time with yourself. But I don't like it. Then continue. Therefore, what principle we have to learn? What we like or what we dislike. Is that guiding our life, or what is right and what is wrong, that is guiding our life? In Kathopanishad, this is called as Shreya Marga and Preya Marga. The path of likes and dislikes is Preya Marga, and the path of right and wrong is the Shreya Marga. So if we take this, then if we are related to somebody, then Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana, we are obliged to fulfill our obligations to the world. We are not doing any favor to anybody. It is our need that we are doing the things. With this attitude, when we start living our day-to-day life, our mind will not gather two things. If we have not done something what we should have done, there is a precipitation of guilt in the mind. I should not have done that. I don't know why did I do. And if something we are doing with an arrogance that I am doing good to somebody, then what will happen? We will have the arrogance of our goodness. See, friends. And therefore, Bhagavad Gita tells us that whenever we are doing something, remember it is our need. And when we are functioning in this world with this understanding, it is our need, then we cannot have the guilt or the arrogance of success in our life. Net result, mind is at peace. Now, how to fulfill this? Now, we are working on the mind. Remember this. Mind is bliss. But the same mind creates blisters when we are overpowered by personal likes and dislikes. So whatever we like, we do. Whatever we don't like, we don't do. Now the doing and not doing is for what? Only for one purpose. I want happiness. So here Bhagavad Gita tells that look here, whatever we have to do, we do. You cannot stop. See? Nahi kaschit kshanam api jato tishtati akarmakrut karyate hi avashak karma. See? Nobody can ever stay without doing something or the other. Nobody. And therefore, we should take this stand in our life if we want to discover ourselves. Whatever are our obligations, that we perform cheerfully and happily. And whenever we do anything cheerfully, happily, we will not be tired. We will be inspired. See? Like whenever I have gone to anybody's house for food, that day you will see they prepare so lovely food. Why? Oh, Swamiji is coming and I am so happy. Anything you do happily, you will not be tired in life. But, Ram, Swamiji is coming. I hope not there are too many people coming with him, What I will do then? I have already planned. I am preparing sambar for Swamiji, but too many people come, I will add a hot water and make a rasam out of it. Take rasam and chawal, rice. See, friends. Therefore, remember this principle. Now, when this is practiced, that our expression through action is happiness, you have discovered fulfillment. You are not expecting anything from action, but you are expressing happiness through action. In this manner, slowly, we change our attitude when we are functioning in life. This will help us prepare our mind to know something higher in life. First step. Now, the second step is, when we are functioning this thing, whenever we do something for higher purpose, there will be two qualities. See? Yajnarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangas samacha. In the third chapter, Bhagavan says, whenever we are doing something for something higher purpose. See? Again the same example. When I go to stay with somebody, the best room will be given to me. They will, even if it is their room regularly, they will vacate. Best room is given. Best curtains, everything best. Why? Because I love, respect him. In the same manner, yajnarthat, whatever we are doing, it is done in an attitude of worship of the God. See, Now those who are doing regular worship, they know. Those who are not doing, they will not know. Regular worship, those who do, I have done it for years together. Now I had no way of doing it, so God took it away. See, when I was doing worship, puja regularly, everybody used to come and give me one God. I started with one and then it became a colony. And now I can't say get out. They thought, Swamiji likes doing puja, so give one God. And the maximum number of gods, could you imagine who were there? Ganeshji. And one day, one lady gave me one Ganeshji. It was such ugly, no beauty at all. When I looked at it, I said, yaar, thought smart result. And then I started doing puja, everything. And when I was living for good, no more staying in one place, constantly moving. So I can't carry all those gods with me. So I started distributing. And that day I discovered one thing. I have given away all the gods except that ugly Ganesha. Because I have fell in love with him. Because maximum attention was going to him. See, friends. And thus, when we do something for the God as a worship, we do perfect, we do the best. See? When you are giving bath to the God, you will not take a water from your bathroom. Then if you are giving naivedya to the Lord, it is not, okay, take yesterday the sandwich, give it to him. No. Everything is done perfect. Samachara. So what is the technique of knowing ourselves? We must be perfect in our expressions. Through body, whatever we do should be beautifully done. See, friends, when we talk, we must talk sense so that others can understand. See, when we think, we should think positive. Samachara. And Mukta Sangha. So we may be perfectionist, but accept the world as it is. You will see those who are perfectionists, they expect perfection from others. And it never happens. Then they become miserable. Because they are perfectionists, they are perfectly miserable. See, friends. And this can be achieved when we know that every karma, every action that we do, it is our spiritual practice. See? Now when this is practiced for a period of time, then a doubt comes in the mind of every seeker. What is this one?
Ice cream. Ice cream.
Ice cream bag. They don't give it here. So, it is really a good ice cream bag. It is really screaming only. You scream, then you get ice cream. So, after having learned this, that every action that we do is a spiritual practice. And yet, this question comes. Swamiji, I know this is wrong, but why I can't stop? See? As regards knowledge is concerned, we don't lack. But when practice is concerned, it becomes a problem. This was the question asked by Arjuna. Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi vaashne baladivani yojita. Under whose command, although unwilling, as if compelled by somebody, we go the wrong way. What is the reason? There Bhagavan gives this important message for everyone. If we want to discover the self, if we want to fulfill our life in this very life, there is only one important thing to be achieved. and that is freedom from desires alias anger. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, why we go the wrong way although unwilling, as if compelled by somebody? Kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhavaha maha ashanaha maha papma vidyena miha vairinam. It is desire alias anger. See friends, you must have seen there are people who are perfectionists. And if little bit of things happen here and there, they become extremely disturbed. See? Therefore, their expectation is everybody should come on time. If somebody comes late, they become angry. In one place, we have seen, this happened in Delhi many years before. I used to have satsanga in one place, in some temple. And there used to be Punjabi ladies basically coming for satsang. From 11 to 12 was the time given by me. I said, I will not come early morning, I will come from 11 to 12. They agreed. Why? Because at 12 o'clock I used to get good food. Punjabi food is good, rich. See? So, when I finished my stay and left, so they say, Swamiji, now who will come and tell us something good thing? I said, Mama, before I go, I will arrange something. And then one Punjabi Mahatma, I tried to get him there. So Punjabi can fight. Now this Punjabi Mahatma was very strict and very angry. Lattamar. And one day, you know, those ladies are sitting, somebody's driver came to give the keys. And the satsang was going on. He became so angry. And he said, why you have come in between? Whose death news you have brought? See, in the satsang, sitting on this, you talk like this? Whose death news you have brought? See? Those ladies got so hurt and so angry and frustrated. After satsang was over, they told, Maharaj, from tomorrow don't come. See how important it is. Because we are perfectionists. We have to be perfectionist, but accept the world as it is. Otherwise, we make a life mess. So, Mukta Sangha Samachara, but never be attached to that. And this obsession about anything is called in one word as desire. And what is the desire? Maha Ashanaha. Desires can never be fulfilled. You fulfill one desire, second is standing. See? About this desire fulfillment, I read one beautiful story. See, there was a devotee of Bhagavan Narayana, and he used to chant Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. And Narayan Bhagavan came and told, Bhagatji, come. I have come with my helicopter, Vaikuntha, will go. Now, see what is the important point, you will understand it. The Bhagat said, I will not come alone. I want to take the whole world with me. Narayana said, forget about it, you come. No. Okay, you recommend anybody, I'll accept, without seeing the credentials. That freedom was given. So this devotee went to first a sannyasi, because sannyasis are those who have given up everything. So he went there. And he said, Maharaj, this is the offer, free, come. No, I can't come. See, now the temple is being constructed and marbles are ordered and the statue of Narayana is made, and unless their prana pratishtha is done, how can I leave this thing? Sakshat Narayana has come. That is not important. Statue is important. See, friends, as much desiring bad to others is an obstacle on the spiritual path, equally doing something good to somebody is also an obstacle. Remember this thing. Don't do goodness. Let be good. Goodness will happen. Like a flower. Flower doesn't give fragrance. Flower has a fragrance. Those who come nearby accept, no problem. But when we start doing something, again the strong obsession happens. See, therefore, this devotee thought, okay, he doesn't want to come. Then he went to the Vanaprastha, retired people. Now children are grown up, married in their life. Now we are too free. So he went to this Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha says, no. Now only my children are married and they have got grandchildren. Children have got grandchildren. Unless their grandchildren get married and I cannot come. Desires. He went to the Grihastha. Grihastha got angry. Now we are married, right? Now who will go to God? We want to enjoy life. So he didn't. Went to the student Brahmachari. He said, no, I am studying now. Prasthana Trayi. Therefore, unless I complete my studies, I cannot come. He got frustrated. Narayana was laughing, try. And then finally, out of frustration, the devotee went to a pig. Hey pig, this is the offer. Want to come? I'll ask Mrs. Swine. So he went to his wife. Hey, this is the offer. Should we go? What is that, Vaikuntha? Whatever it may be. Ask them. Do we have our food there? See, friends. And then the devotee came. Narayana, nobody wants. Why this is so? I said, this is what I told you. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Focus attention on yourself. Whenever there is a desire, it takes you away from yourself. Can you have a desire for your own being? You are that. See, like the eyes cannot see themselves, we cannot desire ourselves. See? So when we stop seeing our own eyes, then we can see the world beautiful. In the same manner, when we stop desiring anything in this world, you are able to see the divinity that you are. Therefore, what is the self-realization? Living at zero desire level. How to do that? Use yourself minimum or zero choice. Lesser the choice, more is the happiness. See? Life becomes very easy. So, desire is one, because of which we are going the wrong way. Now, what is the desire? Maha Ashanaha. Desires can never be fulfilled. You fulfill one desire, second is there. It is raining heavily outside. And then this man, he was simply sitting with the quilt on him, watching the rains, and now nothing to do, nowhere to go. So, desire pops up. And he sends a broadcast message. In this rainy season, if one gets a lovely cup of tea, how nice it will be. Now that poor lady, she has to go and prepare a cup of tea. Take. And he takes. There is no pakoda. Tea without pakoda? Yeah, what is this thing? That poor lady gets pakodas. घर में मिर्ची नहीं है क्या? See, desires have no end. Therefore, Maha Ashana, Ashana means eater. Desires can never be fulfilled in life. watch our own life, right from childhood, desire for the worldly things. Then we are teenagers, desire for the worldly enjoyments, ladka ladki. Then we are in the middle age, desire for the family members. Then we are in the old age, desire for the third generation. See, who wants the truth? Maha Ashanaha. Now be attentive. Desire free mind is consciousness. Now to understand, take an example. The tube light or any light is falling on some object. For you, I am the object. That tube light is falling on me. Thereafter you are seeing me. Now, between the tube light and me, can you see the light? So you are not seeing the light. What you are seeing is the reflected light. See, like you, between you and me, this camera is there. You are seeing that. So, between the tube light and me, there has to be light. We don't see. What we have to understand? What we experience is only the reflected light, not the original light. See, friends, if this is clear, in the same manner, when the mind gets reflected on anything, that phenomena is called as desire. And desires are of two types. I want, I don't want. See? Like eyes cannot see themselves, they can see others. Mind cannot know itself, it can know others. So when the light of the mind falls on the worldly objects, they become enlivened and then the desires come. But if we have understood this principle, that we are interested to know the mind, so whatever is seen or known by the mind, to that we give zero value. Then we will be in this world very much, but none of the worldly things and beings will create any desire in our mind. And why the desires are created? Under two conditions. One, we have a sense of incompleteness, and second, we have a notion that particular object or person will be a source of happiness to me. It's only imagination. Now tell me, when a boy and a girl, when they fall in love, how they start? He or she will be a source of happiness. Has anybody ever loved somebody that she or he will be the source of misery? No. We only imagine. And this imagination, after coming in contact with the world, is called as desire. See? So what is the desire? Reflected mind. Mind has no shape, no size, no dimension. And when we come out of the sense organs, the same mind gathers shapes and colors and forms, etc. And then we start imagining that object is good or bad. Without that object, life is incomplete. I must have it, All these projections of the mind put together is called as desire. And therefore, we can do nothing about the world, number one. We can do nothing about our sense organs. Anything that will come in front of sense organs, it will be known. Then what can be done? Think. Therefore, fulfillment of desires is the disease. And because of that, we go the wrong way. See? Now, where from the desires begin? They begin from the sense organs. When Bhagavan says, Vidhi enam iha vairinam, desire alias anger is our enemy number one. See? And what is to be done with the enemy? Kill. No mercy, no nothing, kill. See, we should not bring that funny kind of thing, ahimsa, ahimsa, ahimsa. No. Finish it off. Therefore, first technique to self-realize is our sense organs and organs of actions must be under our perfect control. And of all of them, there is one organ which is two in one and which is both organ of perception, Jnanendriya, and organ of action, the Karmendriya. Both of them are in one. And then one is our tongue. When we talk, it is the organ of action. When we taste, it is the organ of perception, Jnanendriya. And on these two, if we consciously bring our efforts, the first is about the food. See, small little things, how much we disturb we get. See, one extreme example I'll tell you. This happened somewhere in Sikkim in India many years before. I was staying with some Marwadi family. And the elder man with him, I had to sit for taking food. And these people have got this funny notion. Indian style means sitting on the floor. If you sit on the table and chair, no, it is not Indian style. So I had to follow everything. I was sitting on the floor and the food was given. Cooks were gents. Marwadi ladies, they never do any work. It is the gents do everything. So the beautiful food was cooked. And both of us sitting together, and I have my plate, he has his plate. And when he took something, it was having some problem. He became so angry for the small little thing, he threw the plate away and abused that cook and went away. But I was there for eating, so I eat. The problem was, in the dal there was more salt and less spices, and in the sabji there was no salt and all spices. He must have forgotten. So I made a cocktail and finished now. Because there is no point in shouting at somebody. Thereafter, the second thing. Next day again we had the same. So I was expecting another drama today, what happens. Again he became angry and he called him. When you can prepare such good food, yesterday why you did not? Who can help such a person? Small little tongue. If you try to do this experiment, do it on yourself. What is the proportionate weight of our tongue with reference to the total body? Suppose our weight is 100 kilo. What will be the weight of the tongue? Not even 15 grams. Now on that tongue, which is 15 grams as compared to the 100 kilo body, on that tongue there are 9 taste buds. And out of that 9 taste buds, one taste bud is not happy. And whole body is shaking. See friends, therefore, The first step for controlling the mind is this. Sense organs to be controlled, and the sense organs begin from the tongue. Therefore, this is my spiritual practice. I go to so many houses. Therefore, before eating food, I tell, oh, the food is very good. So once you say it is very good, now you have to eat it. Therefore, start this. Second thing is talking. The same tongue is for talking. And for that, we have got a mantra. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. If these two things are done, we have conquered our sense organs and organs of action. Indriyani. Then the desire virus migrates to the mind. And when the desire overpowers the mind, such people become all the time seeking attention. They want all the time attention. And if the attention is not given to them, they become very emotional, frustrated. You can see, I had done these experiments in some house. If there is an old person, go and talk to them, Babaji, how are you? They will not say, I am okay. I am still alive. Better die. See, are you okay? Health wise? ठीक है. अभी मरा नहीं. Did you get your food? If somebody throws some tukda, ये खा लेते हैं. Now what is the meaning? He is seeking tremendous attention. Remember, more miserable we are, stronger is our ego. Less miserable we are, less is our ego. God has no ego, therefore Paramananda. So what is the spiritual practice? Don't become extraordinary anywhere. Remain ordinary. The moment we become extraordinary, our ego is building up. It is the ego who gets hurt and nobody. Paramatma doesn't get hurt. Therefore, the virus, first of all, conquer the sense organs, organs of action. Second thing, conquer the mind. And the third thing is, we start asserting our authority on everybody in this world. That is the ego, that is the I factor. So Indriyani, Mano Buddhi. Buddhi is the one which is assertive. Things should happen what I say. And if the things don't happen according to what they say, then only the problems start cropping up. See, friends, for the last one, what is to be done? Give yourself zero choice. If you want to give zero choice, I'll tell you technique which I follow. Be a follower. Don't be a boss. Don't decide what is to be done. What should we do? I think we should go away. Oh, we go away. Relax. This principle I learned, you know how? When I go to somebody's place, where I will stay, they decide. I have no worry. Where I have to take food, they decide. I have no worry. What about my clothes washing? They decide. I have no worry. See how comfortable life is? Then, what I have to do? They decide. So, what do you have to do? Listen. Swamiji, we have to go to their house for lunch, dinner. Okay. Therefore, when anybody asks me, please come to our house, I said, I don't know. Ask my boss. Go. What is there? See, friends, if you are happy, you will be never a boss. Be a subordinate. And with this, we have conquered the virus called as desire. And such a mind is now available for higher contemplation. See? Now what happens? See, the other day I went somewhere with one lady in LA, some shop, and she was telling me, Swamiji, I wanted to get shoes for you. I said, look, I got many shoes, I don't want any shoes. Okay then. Then she was moving. And then I think I should take these shoes for my grandson. I think I should take these clothes. See? The mind keeps on running. This. We cannot stop this desire virus. Therefore, after having done this, now the mind is free from the desires. Now such a mind is now available for application. Now what is the application? Functioning of the mind. What is the experience which is gathered through the mind? And what is the experience when the experience is bypassing the mind? Be attentive. Experience which is bypassing the mind is that experience where experiencer is not born. Experience is, but experiencer is not born. How the experiencer is born? When experience leads to comments. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is not. Oh, I am so sorry I am late. So when any experience happens and the immediate experiencer is born when we start commenting. Therefore, many people, they say, Swamiji, yesterday's meditation was so solid. But that kind of meditation I never had in my life. Do you know what was that meditation? What? In that meditation you were sleeping. Oh, really? I didn't know I was sleeping. I knew from here. See, friends, remember, anywhere experiencer is created, it is mind. See, how I know this object? 3 stages. Remember this thing. This is an object. The object doesn't know it is a phone. Object doesn't know. Then I know this is the object. So how this object is established? Imagine there are 2 phones together. One is Samsung, one is iPhone. Will they fight with each other? No. They are inert. But then I know this is a Samsung phone. And how is the knowledge? I know this is a Samsung phone. And also I know that I am not the phone. So that knowledge where not I element is created, that is samsara. That knowledge where not I element is not created is divine. Now see. So in being, can I say, yes, I know myself, that I am not me? This is what we have to assert and practice again and again. Experience without the birth of experiencer. So if I become the experiencer of this phone, what will happen? I am other than the phone. What is the model of the phone? How much it costs? So many questions will come. But if I see the object and no comment, experiencer is not born. When experiencer is not born, the not I element gone. It is seen but no impact on us. When the world does not create any impact on us, that is living desire free. This is how we have to practice to know the self, that let our mind be. What should be our mind like? Let our mind be like a mirror. This is the only example I can think of, most ideal example. Bhagavan Shankaracharya uses the same thing. Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam. See? So what is the beauty of the mirror? Rejects nothing, reflects everything, and retains nothing. And therefore, mirror is having an experience, but there is no experiencer born. One step. Why this is so? Because in the mirror, original object doesn't enter. It is only the image which is formed. If it is the image of the water, that image or the reflection of the water doesn't make the mirror wet. If it is the image of the image of the fire does not burn the mirror. Now apply the same principle. Be attentive. Self-discovery we are studying. Don't get carried away by all these things. I think I am seeing you. You think you are seeing me. But is it the truth? Suppose you close your eyes. Can you see me? Why? I am here. Or your eyes are open, but there is pitch darkness on me. You cannot see. Why? Because an image is not formed on your mind. So what we see is not the original object. What we see is the images. Otherwise, what will happen? If I am seeing you all, and if all of you enter in me, I will burst open. But it doesn't happen. See, so what we are seeing, like the images in the mirror, exactly the same way. All our perceptions are only images, not the real one. Now, next step. If the reflecting media is contaminated by the contents, like water is having a lot of mud in that. In that muddied water, reflection will not be very clear. If the muddied water is also shaky, the reflection will also not be steady. And if the water is absolutely clean, neat, undisturbed and steady, in that reflection will be perfect. Exactly. In place of the water is our mind. If the mind is contaminated by likes and dislikes, relations, possessions, that mind which is contaminated by the contents, then when I look at my daughter, oh, she's so sweet. When I look at my daughter-in-law, I don't know why, because the mind is contaminated by the contents. See, my friends, so what we have to do, how the object have entered in the mirror, in the same manner, how the people, daughter and daughter-in-law, how they enter in our mind, only in the form of importance that we are given to. So what will be the spiritual practice to know the self? Devalue the world. Don't give undue importance to anything or anybody in this world. Nobody can help us in this. If we have given undue importance, we have to devalue. See, friends. So, like the mirror does not get influenced by the reflections when our mind comes to that state, sees everything, knows everything, comments on nothing, and doesn't get influenced by anything. Such a mind is divine. Bhagavan says in 9th chapter, Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priya. For me, there is nobody dear to me and not dear to me. For me, everything is same. Because he has included everything in him. See? We never say, I the liver, I the heart. No. In all of them, I am alone. In other words, when something is included in the definition of I, we do not hate. See? And therefore, when we discover this principle, then we go beyond likes and dislikes, hate and love, and we are at peace and at home with everything and being. Because like पानी तेरा रंग कैसा जिसमें मिलाया वैसा. Water doesn't have any specific color. You put any color, okay. Doesn't have any particular taste, add sugar it becomes sweet, never mind. In the same manner, abiding in the truth, self-discovery is not becoming extraordinary, but so ordinary that we can fit in every place. See? If we are with the children, like the children. If we are with the youngsters, like the youngsters, ha ha hoo hoo. If we are with the old people, worried, frustrated, oh. But in actually nothing. And therefore we told you, real spiritual practice is wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. But how Karnataka? Remember, this role is not eternal. In front of your father, you are a son. But after you go away from the father, you are no more a son. You are yourself. Then you have to play another role. Then you are in front of your son. Then you have become a father. There you have another role. So play so many roles that you have to play, but do not get entangled in any relationship. See, friends. Therefore, the truth is so simple, friends. And it is hidden under the coverage of desires. The kamesha krodesha. And when our desires are not fulfilled, they become converted into krodha, anger. This word krodha, if you decipher it, it is called as kam rudadhi iti krodaha. The one which does not allow happiness to express is krodha. Anger. Can somebody say, I am so angry but I am happy? It cannot be. So that which arrests your happiness from expression, we are going away from the truth. Therefore, these two things we have to consciously practice in our life. Then this I factor is taken care of up to first 6 chapters in Bhagavad Gita. Now, the second thing is, if we imagine I, that I will become strong. Then after having defined the I perfectly, now this I has to be also transcended. And how to do that? This is the next topic, so that the truth is revealed through us. What is that? How is that? We will take it in our tomorrow's satsanga. Om Purnamada पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम.